What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and y'all, Kandi is over these questions. Funky, Claudia, and Al interviewed Kandi, and I could just tell by some of her responses, she's over it. We got to talk about it. Like the video intro plays, because we got a lot to get into.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's all. 1 and 1 got to equal 2.
Make it make sense. Hey,
Yeah,
I love that. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, boo.
Big moves. Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Hey, I see you done made your way back over here on my page, looking and lurking. Yes, I know it's exhausting. She's still doing the same thing. She's still all that.
Still all that. Welcome, lurkers and all. Okay, so shout out to Foxhole for getting the interview. You know, Claudia, Al, and Funky keep their ears to the streets, but let's get into it. Because the good thing about Kandi is she's not one to mince her words.
Kandi, follow the gent. He asked this question. Will she and Tamar ever reconcile? What are your thoughts?
We ain't really on the best terms, obviously, and we ain't really got much to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way you...
Yeah.
We all know there's a couple things about Kandi and a few things you can't do.
Talk about my man and my child and my mom.
When Tamar came out and said that Kandi was trying to fight her backstage and that Todd had approached her aggressively, I knew then that was going to be a wrap. I technically don't really understand the Tamar Kandi beef. I was here for it when Tamar performed with Kandi on her dungeon tour. I actually saw one of the performances. I thought Tamar was great. She was funny. She was engaging with the audience. Then I showed you guys where she was on Speak On It, and she said very positive things about Kandi and said she really was the sweetest person. So I don't know where this went left. The Tamarsons always get me, but I do think that Tamar can be a little over the top. And if we can't agree to disagree on that part, I don't know. We can't have the conversation. But do I think that Todd was really threatening Tamar? I don't see it. Todd seems real mild-mannered, but, you know, Tamar, if you want to come talk to me, you are more than welcome to do so. But to me, this was the door is closed. Despite them having mutual friends, which is kind of weird because she's okay with Portia again because of Shamia, but we'll get into that. Anyway, I just thought that little part was interesting. She does not seem to be so interested in rekindling with Tamar.
We ain't really got much to talk about. I don't really see for what.
Right, for what reason? Well, Kandi, let me ask you this. We can...
Let's move on to Latocha. Latocha.
Right now, it's just the three, me, Tiny, and Tamika performing together. So I haven't spoken to Tasha. And I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Oh, do you think they took the money?
Oh, do I believe Tamika in the situation? Yeah, just simply because back when it happened, Tiny's mom was really like helping find what happened to the money.
With any group of, you know, people working together, or, you know, you're going to have issues, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think a lot of people talk about her husband's influence. Do you really think a lot of this is,
you know, he was too involved with it? It was a thing of, I was like, okay, like everybody on the same page, our men are not going to be.
You guys' friendship/relationship with SWV. And two, when you guys decided to move on without Latocha, did you think that the fans would be this receptive and that you guys would be as big as y'all are now? And can she ever come back?
That's why I said Funky interviews Kandi. I know it was Fox Soul. Funky and Kandi have a personal. If you don't know this, Kandi used to manage Funky Dineva way back in the day. That's how long I've been following Funky in his career. Kandi was his manager.
Okay, well, as far as about her coming back or whatever, like, I don't really feel like, you know, it's for me to say. Like, I feel like let Tasha and Tamika figure out their family dynamic first, and then the group conversation should happen after, you know?
That, my friends, is a redirect. He asked her a direct question on how, if she felt Latasha should come back to the group, and she redirects it to Tamika's relationship with her sister Latasha. I see what you did there, Kandi.
You know, like once they get on the same page, because, you know, I've never even experienced, like, all our life, you know, Tasha and I have had like our back and forth or whatever, but I've never really experienced the two of them not being on the same page. So that really makes it to where it's a major divide, you know? So let them figure that out, and then we can talk about the rest later. But, and then,
in other words, she's fine going on with it as is. I think for Kandi, we all know she's a business person and Kandi's about her money. In the event that Tasha was skimming money off the top, that is not going to fly with the likes of Kandi Burruss. So there is your answer right there. Kandi is fine with xscape 3, or the new iteration of xscape 3. And Tasha, I'll say this. Somebody spotted Tasha. She's traveling. She's in Vegas. She's in Chicago. She's working. She's doing small gigs. She's singing "Who Can I Run To" at churches. But she is working. Is she making xscape money? No. Do I see her trying to come back eventually? Yes, I do. But in terms of how Kandi feels, I don't see it happening. Let's move on to Carlos. And yeah, shout out to everybody. I got a lot of DMs. Carlos shouted me out in one of his videos. He said he doesn't know if I like him or dislike him. Look, I send people to Carlos's videos or his interviews specifically all the time. I'm always promoting Carlos, Kandi, Latasha, Tamika. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I give my opinion on things that I see, but I always promote everybody. So, you know, I appreciated the shout out. He said that I was fair, and that's all that I could ask for. If Mia from Potomac could tell me that I'm fair, then that means that I'm probably fair, because I was giving it to Mia. Okay, so Carlos.
Why you say it like that? Okay.
No, but I'm looking at the time. I'm like, they want to know if you would ever have a sit down with Carlos King.
But what about?
People want to know if that sit down could happen, because Carlos has not shut the door on the sit down. He says that the phone is open. Kandi alleges that she did call him and he did not call her. We all know this story back and forth. Kandi alleges that Carlos was about to steal her life story while he was working with Kandi, I believe, and Todd on, might have been like Hollywood Divas. There's bad blood. Shout out to House of Aaron for getting Kandi to actually talk about it in detail. Carlos has not, to my knowledge, really spoken on it directly, but he has said that his phone line is open. And I think he would definitely want to have that interview on his platform, or Kandi, because both of them have large platforms. I don't think it's going to happen. And her response was very flippant. She just said no and laughed and moved right on to Phaedra.
About Phaedra?
Absolutely not. No. And I don't even know why people always be trying to like force it. You know,
good TV, just because we messy and we nosy. That's all.
Kandi says she flies above Phaedra and she has surpassed any interest in Phaedra. She will not.
Damn right, and I will not come off my chariot and throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart.
That's
yeah,
the
like
reason.
to me, that is like that boat done sailed a long time ago, and it ain't even no reason to bring it back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, you know, people always act like I'm blocking her some kind of way. I'm not blocking her. She done been on multiple shows. She's on Married to Medicine right now. She done been on multiple TV shows. So I'm like, why everybody be trying to keep sending me and her together? I don't know.
Right. Oh, I think I don't blame you. Kandi, you're super busy, super booked.
I get that, but I will never understand the relationship between Portia and Kandi. Even if Shamia brokered a peace treaty, it's weird to me. What Phaedra attempted to do to Kandi and Portia being a part of that would be that would be a door that would remain closed, but she didn't close the door on the rest of them. So Tamar, Carlos, Phaedra, and Latasha, walked around. She tap danced around the question with Latocha. But from what I got from that interview, she's fine with it being just 3. And that is all you can ask for. I'm going to keep you guys posted. I got some more stuff that I'm working on. But your girl Kandi's over it. There was a lot of laughter with a lot of these questions. I'm going to see you guys later. Don't forget to like the video. Have a good one.